All right, you know the drill. Here on the Deep Dive, we're your shortcut to getting well-informed fast. And today, we're plunging headfirst into a game that's got everyone buzzing, Black Myth, the Zhong Kui. So we've pulled together the official announcements, the reveal trailer, developer insights, all of that good stuff. Our mission, really get under the hood, figure out the gameplay, and unpack the incredibly rich, dark, mythological story. What immediately jumped out at you when you first saw the reveal?
You know, what's fascinating from the get-go is how game science isn't just, well, making another action RPG. They're definitely taking that Souls-like foundation from Black Myth Wukong, but they're immersing it so deeply in this specific dark Chinese mythology. It feels, I don't know, baked in.
Okay, let's unpack that Souls-like bit first. The sources confirm, yeah, it's a single-player action RPG, very much in the vein of Wukong. So for players, that instantly signals a certain level of challenge, right? I mean, I remember just thinking about the combat in Wukong, that mix of dread and excitement.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you hear Souls-like, you should definitely gear up for that precise combat, strategic fights, demanding bosses, boss battles that feel more like intricate puzzles than just slugfests, testing patience mastery. But here's where Zhong Kui gets really interesting. The devs explicitly said they want to catch players off guard, even with that familiarity. So it's not just harder, it's different.
Different how, though? Like integrating his specific powers, maybe?
Exactly. Think about his role, King of Ghosts. Maybe his abilities, even transformations, reflect that. It could make encounters unique, not just physically challenging, but maybe psychologically too, beyond just hit until dead.
And we saw that giant tiger in the reveal trailer. That immediately made me think, okay, how does that fit into catching players off guard? Is it an ally, a mount for getting around, something else entirely? That feels like a pretty big shift if it's more than just looking cool.
Oh, the tiger's a great example of that intent to surprise. It's probably not just visual flair. It hints at how Zhong Kui's own domain, the underworld stuff, might bleed into his abilities. We could see it as a companion, maybe for crowd control against spirits, or, even for traversal across these huge, possibly demon-filled areas. Adds new tactical layers.
Right, beyond just dodging and hitting, maybe some kind of pet management or environmental interaction.
Precisely. It definitely pushes the Souls-like boundaries.
Yeah.
Should catch people expecting pure melee off guard, for sure.
Okay, so moving from that raw challenge and the surprise mechanics, let's dive into the story.
Yeah.
Because that seems to give the game this incredible, almost haunting depth. It's all based on the legend of Zhong Kui, right? And his origin. Wow. It's seriously dramatic. Themes of justice, fate.
It really is foundational.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zhong Kui, he was a brilliant scholar, genius level. Topped the imperial exams, highest honors, couldn't have done better. But because of how he looked, intimidating, maybe even demonic, he was denied his post. Unjustly, despite being the best.
Ouch, that's rough.
Totally. And in this fit of despair, rage, over this massive injustice, he took his own life. Tragically. But here's the twist, the really dark, brilliant part. The King of Hell sees this, recognizes his ability, his sense of justice, maybe even admires that fierce indignation, and appoints him King of Ghosts. Tasked him with hunting evil spirits.
Wow. So personal tragedy turned into this cosmic duty. That's a heavy origin for a hero.
A very powerful dark genesis.
Yeah. So the game's narrative follows him moving between worlds. Human world, underworld, judging and hunting. You can just picture this constant battle carrying the weight of his past into this grim mission.
And connecting the dots, looking at the bigger picture. This hints at something really ambitious. The lore strongly suggests a shared universe with Black Myth Wukong.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, Zhong Kui is sometimes seen as one of the judges of the underworld, the 10 Kings, and that's a place Sun Wukong famously defied. Remember, he messed with the Book of Life and Death down there. So that connection, it feels deliberate, like game science is weaving this huge narrative tapestry.
So it's not just a nod, they're building a bigger world.
Seems like it. Crafting a mythology across games. So for you, the listener, jumping into Zhong Kui, it might be like stepping into one crucial chapter of this much larger unfolding saga.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What does this all mean for you, the player, keen on this? You're not just getting a game with challenging, familiar yet fresh combat, but also this incredibly rich, dark, interconnected story, rooted deep in Chinese legend. It's more than just one adventure. It feels like an invitation into something bigger.
Indeed. And, it makes you think, doesn't it? This raises a really interesting question for you to consider. What does it really mean when developers start building these complex shared universes? Weaving mythology across multiple titles, inviting players into these long-running sagas, it says something about where interactive storytelling might be heading.
A fascinating thought to mull over while we wait for Zhong Kui. Thanks for diving deep with us today.